Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. This month saw the latest release of the Myths and Legends collection, not just as a bullion coin unlike the previous installments, and we also learned about the next two coins which are coming out in this series. So let's look at the Myths and Legends collection. Let's start at the beginning then. In 2021, a 1 ounce silver bullion coin was minted with a design by Jody Clark. You'll recognise that name because he has created a number of different coins for the Royal Mint over the years, from the 2022 Memorial Sovereign, the Queen's Beast collection, and more frequently seen, the fifth and final portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on our coins. The first instalment of the set was Robin Hood. The design shows the legendary archer who would rob from the rich to give to the poor in a tree with his bow drawn, aiming at someone or something perhaps. The silver bullion coin was also paired with a 1 ounce gold bullion coin of the same year too. Over the next few years, the same design would also be struck as a 10 ounce silver coin and a 1 ounce platinum coin too. In 2022, a second coin joined the ranks with Maid Marion being struck onto bullion coins. It is once again a design by Jody Clark, portraying her observing from the greenery of Sherwood Forest, with her bow and quiver full of arrows to hand. Maid Marion was often portrayed as Robin Hood's love interest, but a strong female character in her own right. She was a loyal member of his merry men and provided key information to Robin Hood. Once again, the coins were released as a 1 ounce gold and 1 ounce silver bullion coin. It's worth pointing out that bullion coins are different from other commemorative coins. They are still struck to a higher quality than those which are used in circulation, but not to the same standard as, say, a proof coin. This is due in part to keeping a focus on the efficiency of the production of these coins, as investors are buying them primarily for the value of the metal, although with some of the unique designs that have been on bullion coins in recent years, some interest is in the design as well. Little John wrapped up Robin Hood and his merry men on bullion coins, becoming the third instalment in the Myths and Legends series. He is one of the oldest referenced merry men, one of only a handful of consistently named in the tales of Robin Hood. He is usually portrayed as a giant warrior, the second in command to Robin Hood. In Jody Clark's design, you can see him with his signature quarterstaff, standing fiercely in Sherwood Forest. Once again, the coins have seen releases in 1 ounce silver and 1 ounce gold as bullion coins. Perhaps, as happened with the Robin Hood coins, we may in the future see releases in other metals and weights too, something we'll have to keep an eye on. This month though, the Myths and Legends series departed Sherwood Forest to visit the court of legendary King Arthur. This time with a new designer behind the coin, it was the work of David Lawrence, a veteran designer for the Royal Mint with numerous coins under his belt already. With this coin we see a change in the direction of this series to include more coins than just the previous bullion offering. The coins were minted in base metal brilliant uncirculated or BU standard. This standard will have an unlimited supply up to demand, and we probably won't find out how many were minted for a few years, as the sales totals tend to be released a few years after being made available. There was also releases in 1 ounce silver with 2,500 being minted, and a further 500 minted in 2 ounces of silver. The gold proofs saw 600 quarter ounces minted and only 200 1 ounce gold proofs. What will be interesting to see is whether the original trio of coins get to see a future release in proof standards. The Lunar Year series is one which changed from a bullion only series to also now include proof standard coins as well. But for that set, they didn't re-release the designs in proof at a later date, so it might just be the bullion offerings for those three. Of course, this is not the first time we've seen King Arthur on our coins in the UK. Back in 2018, a whole collection of commemorative 10p coins were minted, one for each letter of the alphabet, celebrating something quintessentially British themed, and K was for King Arthur, although some people think it's Knights of the Round Table. The set was designed by the Royal Mint team rather than being credited to one specific artist. They can be found in circulation, but only 220,000 were minted in 2018, and in 2019 a mere 84,000 got put into our change, so it's a really rare coin to come across. Unfortunately, Robin Hood and his merry men didn't make their way onto the 10p's, which is a real shame if you ask me. As mentioned though, there is set to be another 2 coins released in this latest tranche of Myths and Legends series. Next up will be Merlin, the wizard and mentor to King Arthur, and this will be followed up with Morgan Le Fay, sometimes called Morgana. She's another character who has had long ties with King Arthur, with some of the later stories portraying her as sister to King Arthur. She's a shape-shifting enchantress, which could make for a lovely design. This latest King Arthur coin was also released in bullion as well, with offerings in 1 ounce gold and 1 ounce silver as well. So for those who are not particularly interested in the proof standards, these are also available. It adds to the wide range of bullion coins which you can purchase and includes a huge variety of Britannias. The Britannia has been minted since 1987 in gold in an attempt to capture some of the gold bullion buying market at the time. The incredible success of the Krugerrands created an environment where a bullion gold coin had real potential in the UK and abroad. This was followed in 1997 with the start of the silver bullion Britannias, and they've been minted each year since and have become a staple bullion coin for collectors or investors to purchase. There is a huge range of different designs over the years, and it can really add to a nice, diverse and fascinating portfolio of bullion coins. The Britannias are also minted in proof standards as well, with unique designs being minted more recently. The craftsmanship in the designing and manufacturing of them is of the highest quality coins that are minted by the Royal Mint, and their releases have become a staple of the Royal Mint's annual release schedule. Another hugely popular bullion offering is the Sovereign. Again, there are proof versions of these coins minted each year for collectors, but they are also offered in bullion quality at quite the knockdown price. They began striking bullion sovereigns in 1979, and although there was a pause, in recent years we have seen an annual release to collectors and investors alike. If you are after cheap sovereigns or Britannias though, we have listings on our website for our best value ranges, which are great quality coins at our lowest margins over the spot price. It isn't just Britannias and sovereigns though, we have a ton of different listings aimed at buyers who want to invest in precious metals, and with the way their values have been going recently, it could make for a really smart purchase. So check the links in the description of this video. We are really excited to see the next 2 coins to follow on from King Arthur. And if the Myths and Legends collection continues, will we see more characters linked to the legend of King Arthur? Maybe some of the Knights of the Round Table? Or will the Royal Mint move to a new legend, as our nation has a great many tales of folklore which would make for some beautiful coins, be they proof or bullion? We will keep our eyes and ears open, so let me know in the comments what characters of legend you would like to see visited next. King Arthur has made a fine addition to the Myths and Legends coin collection with an amazing design and real potential to continue with the next 2 coins and beyond. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future updates. As I said, there are links down in the description over to our website for some of the coins we featured in today's video if you want to check those out in more detail. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram too. We post lots of pictures of our coins. We're also on Twitter and TikTok. We have our shop, an online store, and I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.